Hey everyone, I took a long trip to South Korea. It got me inspired, and I want to share some of this inspiration and things I've learned on this journey with you. It's so beautiful there. South Korea has a unique culture, so many places and activities to explore. You'll see many different cafes and coffee shops. We did walk a lot around Seoul. I'll also show you some galleries to give you an idea of what Korean art scene is like. On this trip, I've been taking some notes, so I'm going to tell you a few things I've learned or thought of during my stay here. This is a famous street food market, by the way. It was so crowded, but honestly, going there, worth it. I've learned that relationships in life are one of the most important things, and that the happiest people are the ones who have the best relationships with others. It might seem obvious, but it's good to remind yourself about that every now and then. Just a side note, I actually did this sketch based on some people I saw in Seoul's metro, and it ended up being one of my favorites. By the way, I enjoyed trying different new-to-me foods, from Korean barbecue to kimbap, tteokbokki, and so on. The food there is great, and they really, value it. You know it's important when conversations usually start with "Hi, did you eat?" instead of "Hi, how are you?" If you ate, that means that you're doing well and probably in a good mood. I've thought a lot about fears, some of my own fears specifically. We make big decisions like changing a job, starting a family, or moving abroad. The easiest way is always available, and that is to go with the flow. But I tend to believe that you can take control of certain aspects in life, and even though a chance or luck or any of the external factors play a role too, you have more power to change things for the better than you think. Cherish the times with your loved ones. There are so many beautiful moments that we take for granted, like a drive together with a friend or late night conversations with your sister. Those moments can seem mundane, but actually are wonderful times you'll look back on and try to remember. So live it fully in the present moment. This trip made me think a lot about how beautiful life can be and how important it is to focus on the positive. Now, on a different note, Seoul has plenty of galleries and museums. They included some of the more interactive and unexpected for me experiences, especially at the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Seoul, and then some more traditional and conventional art. I found some exhibitions quite bizarre, but some art should baffle you or throw you for a loop, like these loops, for example. Overall, I quite enjoyed the experience. They really had a mixture of so many things. Like after this, we went to a room with some ancient pottery. And this is the next gallery we went to about a week later, and the exhibition was awesome. This is about the artist. The gallery building didn't seem huge from the outside, but somehow fits so much inside. It has several floors and a beautiful park behind it where you could really enjoy the nature. But back to the city now. I just found it very funny, so I had to include it in the video. Let me get back to the list of things I have discovered. Life doesn't have to be a competition. You can make it one if it's more fun for you, but you don't have to. Who is where, what they have, at what stage in life, at what age, shouldn't be of your concern. Focus on you and where you are going. This is the Gyeongbokgung Palace, built in 1395. It was the main royal palace of the Joseon dynasty. I do hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. We accidentally chose the best day to come here because of the weather. It has been cold and cloudy for a few days and the forecast wasn't promising, but somehow at the time we were there, the weather was great. I loved how many wonderful, almost hidden places there are in Seoul, and this was one of them. It's a beautiful tea room. I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. So lovely. Okay, this is a straightforward one. Learn to let go of what doesn't serve you anymore in order to grow and move forward. It sometimes isn't easy to let go of things, behaviors, habits that you know are not good for you, but you also know when you have outgrown it and do need to let go in order to be happier or a better version of yourself. Another thing I've heard, and I think I knew, but never really stumbled upon this closely before, is that you never know what other people are going through privately. You can assume and it may look one way to you, but you rarely ever know what their reality is truly like. So be gentle with other people. Not exactly in line with the other things I mentioned, but it's a great idea to sketch. You practice, sharpen your technique, you may collect to come up with creative ideas, you train your hand. It can be a relaxing or meditative time. It's fun to do and you'll have a thing to brag about if it turns out well. Overall, a worthwhile endeavor. You can have a sketching session together with some friends, as simple as going to a coffee shop, taking your sketchbook, some pencils. I suggest 2HB and like 4B and an eraser. Go there, take 15 minutes to draw and then share your creations with each other. I think it's fun, maybe not for everybody, but you can sketch a cup, a cake, or dare to portray your friends. See things through. Even if you're not sure, choose to try and be vulnerable and put in the effort. Too many people give up right on the brink of succeeding, right before it. Sometimes it just takes this one extra step and determination. This can be applied to so many things in life: a work project, getting into a relationship, getting healthier, maybe finishing a painting you set aside some time ago. Just take the next logical step. And even if it doesn't pan out somehow, at least you'll be proud of yourself, you tried, and then you go try something else. Also, I'd like to mention that if you're interested in improving your painting skills, you may want to check out my Patreon page. I believe it can be very helpful to people in their artistic, creative journeys because I've been sharing a lot of tips, tutorials, talked about different painting techniques, my approach to painting portraits, and so on. In conclusion, South Korea astonished me with its culture, food, people and atmosphere, and there is definitely a lot more to see and experience, so I plan to come back. Hope you enjoyed the video. I wish you lots of inspiration in your creative projects, endeavors, and life. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Bye!